Cease and desist letters are for punks. Hallelujah. Cease and desist letters are for punks. Always talking stuff. I mean, you just can't get enough. Hallelujah. Cease and desist letters. They are for punks. That's my Larry Reid live song. I always liked it. So since I'm talking about this show, I guess I can use it today. That song was written by Larry Reid Live. So Larry Reid Live, hi people. Who we dragging? Lincoln Jude, this is not the dragging show. We try not to be involved in a drag every damn day. Damn, the people argue every day. That's the reality, people. Anyway, I thought the story was interesting. Hi, people. How you doing? Hi, Linda. Standing Still, Mandy Curry. Ooh, Miss Thang. Hi, Miss Thang. People using your name all over the world, honey. This ain't no dragging. We're just going to discuss this interview with between Larry Reid and Tasha K. So I would encourage you guys to go over and check out their interview. It was published maybe a couple hours ago. It's 2 parts. I guess the first part is an hour, and I'm not sure how far they go into the second part, but it's interesting. Tasha K is a very big YouTuber. She's one of the biggest among us, people that we would know, we'd be familiar with, Black people. Her thing is, of course, celebrity gossip, right? Larry Reid, he does a little celebrity gossip, but his primary thing is the church world, right? It seems like Larry Reid is doing a little less of the salacious stuff with the church lately, but now Tasha K is doing more of that kind of stuff. So I don't know if there's a crossover there or not, but maybe some of this will come out in the interview. Anyway, I'm a fan of Larry Reid, so I do like him a lot. I've only watched Tasha K a couple times, and that's only because she is primarily she deals with celebrities, celebrity gossip, that not really my thing. But anyways, we admire these people because they're successful at what they do. Okay, first thing we want to talk about, Armand dissed her. Okay. So apparently Tasha K, because people, we're just going to talk here about some of the things that have come across the airwaves. Apparently Tasha K feels like the reason that she's beefing with Armand Wiggins, although she wouldn't call it a beef, she would just say she was disappointed in him. She says that he dissed her. She was training him and working with him and helping him build his own channel, his own thing. And she felt like he went on to another page and she caught him dissing him. The other person was dissing him and he joined right in. So they're not on the best of terms, but she was giving him a little advice, I guess, by saying that this turn he's made recently. Armand Wiggins is primarily a gossip blogger as well, but his big thing is a vlogger, is music. So he does celebrity gossip and also music. Okay, so that's why they fell out. She called him red-handed, and when she asked him about it, he denied it, and she brought up that I was there in the chat. Right? She's a little bit more upset with this guy. Jason, I didn't know they had all these beefs going on. Okay, let's go over some of her beefs. So her and Armand fell out over that issue. She was like mentoring him, sort of, and he was online dissing her with other people. Jason Lee, she seems to cannot stand Jason Lee. This is her least favorite person, it seems like. She accused him of wearing diapers. I don't think any of this stuff is true necessarily, but she accused him of wearing diapers. She accused him of being boring, not an effective YouTuber, not able to hold an audience by himself, and like that. They leave that story and then come back to it later. So she really does not feel Jason Lee. What's the name of his show? Hollywood Unlocked. his again, I mean, I think he's a pretty successful guy, their show, but he does his show with 3 different people. She said he couldn't handle it by himself because she don't think he's funny. Right? We're just coming across a few names here first. Okay. She made one point that I did like, Miss Tasha K. First of all, let's set the set here. You know, Larry Reid Live, his people are primarily church people. And he has got this method of dealing with curse words because for some reason, church people are they really got a thing about curse words. Like that's some kind of mortal sin or something. Or you going to hell, you use cuss words. Stuff that came along a couple of thousand years later, you know. Anyway, so he's instructing her as to how to use these words. Like instead of the F word or the fuck word, you have to use the fruck. You have to put an R in there. And can we assume that the church people accept that? She's not really able to stick to it. She sticks to it for, you know, a couple of sentences, and then she goes back to her language, which is language not unlike my own language, tends to be a little colorful, right? Also, what may be significant is Larry Reid does not drink, right? Tasha K, her show is called Unwind with Tasha K. So, and there are people, she calls them the winos. So she has built her brand on drinking wine. And she's not just play drinking, she really drinks wine. So I think that kind of is why she kind of loses her way now and then with the cussing. Okay. She said something I thought was interesting. She said they were talking about radio, I think. And she was saying that people want to see you. What's with this damn light? Every time I try to do anything after the sun is going down, my bed keeps flashing red light. You know, a flashing red light, even on the street. That's why they use red lights on the street, because a flashing red light, honey, I'll just shine the light on the bed. How's that? Y'all can look at my gorgeous face in the raw. She says people want to see you. This is the problem I've been having about all these avatars. Now, I'm not criticizing people who do avatars. They do a channel any way they want to. I'm just saying that it's difficult for me to relate to channels if it's only an avatar. So I'm hoping this is a fad, and some of these personalities will come back and show us their face again. I just think it's just better. But they're talking about radio. She's talking about, I'm not sure who the person was she's talking about with the radio, but people want to see you kind of thing. And then the other, I think I got sidetracked. The other thing she was telling Armand was, yeah, when I went back there, I went to the wrong line. I was talking about Armand Wiggins. She was telling him that he took this turn with this tarot card reading, where for a while, for a couple of weeks, that was exclusively what he was doing. He had switched from a popular show dealing with celebrity gossip and music. He has switched totally over to this tarot card reading. So now I think he's got sort of doing both now, but she thought that was a bad mistake. That would drive his numbers right into the toilet, because people didn't come here for that, right? Now he might have saw some old Clio clips and whatever and figured this could be a potential gold mine. Just not many people were doing it anymore. She said it was dumb. I tend to agree, but I believe that this guy has gone back to regular programming now. I don't watch Armand. He's a much younger person than me, and I'm not even tied into music like that, so I don't watch the guys really. But they weren't very close friends. All right, then we knew about another. Let me see. Okay, so the other popular or other well-known feud between Tasha K was with her friend Lovely T, which I didn't know that they actually traveled together. They were actual friends before. And I get the impression that she wants to make up with her. Perhaps their online personas won't allow this, or I don't know where the other girl, Lovely T, stands with it. But she didn't seem at all hostile towards Lovely T. In fact, she gave her several compliments. So it seems like probably if they weren't both online, if YouTube wasn't their living, they would have probably already made up, because it seems like she is totally over whatever feud they had. People egg it on, whatever. So, but she was not hostile towards her at all. Not like with Jason Lee. Jason Lee seems to be the man right now. There was another person called, I think this person is called Daytime Tea Time. Her name is Candace. I've never seen that show, but this is someone else apparently she's falling out with. Apparently she felt like the Daytime Tea Time is not really a talented person. I don't know why people, I mean, if people are watching you, you get a few thousand people watch you, you have talent. You have the ability to hold people's attention. Now, maybe she not might be holding them on the same level that you are, but perhaps you've been at it longer too. But it seems like the worst thing you can say to any vlogger is that you're boring. That is the cardinal sin. She's boring. She didn't fell out with this woman. She felt like the woman was just copying her or watching her blogs and then taking that information and making her own, right? So they are still broken up. This interview is mostly about, well, they did talk about other things too. I mean, they talked about a few other things. They talked about how she met her husband, who they were both working at, what's that place? A restaurant. Wait a minute. Spaghetti Factory? Something like that. One of them restaurants like that, like Spaghetti Factory. Anyway, they both worked there. He was a bartender. She let us know that he is a very youthful looking man. So people tend to think that she's too old for him. But he just looks very young, right? That's where they met. She didn't go way into her marriage. Apparently her husband and her teenage son and her baby were all there in the house, in Larry Reid's house. Larry Reid now records from his he got a home. I don't know if it's bought, rent, whatever, but he got a house and they were in a separate room. So there were some times when she wanted to whisper because she didn't want to share that her husband to hear these things, right? I don't know if it was the wine talking or what, but I tend to think that if they're going to broadcast this live online, he's going to hear it anyway, right? Maybe she don't want to have a scene there in Larry's house. Okay, so she don't like daytime tea time. It's Candace. Okay, so they touched on a little bit about this John Gray story. See, this used to be what Larry Reid specialized in. I'd say a year ago, he was doing all the salacious stories about these pastors getting caught with the drawers down, right? He got in some legal battles and troubles. I'm not sure how clear he is of them, kind of thing. He did. There were about 5 of them doing specifically church scandals and things like that. Almost nobody is doing it as much this year, it seems like. Anyway, but he does interviews still, and he's still interested in the church. He was a pastor for a very long time. That's still in him. And so they touched on the John Gray story about him getting caught cheating again. How the church had been contacting her, keep her quiet. They don't want Miss Tasha K getting into this church business. Believe me, I don't think she's even a church-going woman herself. But if she gets her hooks into that, then they're going to reignite all the messes that we had last year. And they talked about Creflo Dollar and his troubles, of course, and how all the church people were contacting him trying to bury the story. But now Creflo Dollar, well, the story was, I'm sure you guys have heard it, a couple weeks ago, 3, 4 weeks ago, he was caught with his drawers down. And someone had said that he had been, let me not be messy. Okay, so the man was accused of having homosexual affair with somebody and having elongated sexual escapades, shall we say. Not sure how to say it right. But she was telling us how Creflo people started contacting her immediately before she ran the story. But she doesn't seem to be very intimidated by these people who try to stop these stories. They only seem to excite her more. Of course, we talked about we talked about this ongoing situation with Cardi B. Now, she was unapologetic. I would think that's been going on a while now. Has it been 2 years? When Cardi B's been trying to sue her? Apparently, they haven't made any traction with it. You know, they're still in it, and she's still not backing down from covering Cardi B stories. So I'm not sure how that. I don't think it seems like you would have a gag order if you were in a lawsuit with somebody, and it's been going on for a year and a half. Why would you still be able to go out and talk about the person? It seems like it's one of the primary things. Would it be a gag order that neither one of them could talk about the case? But they're still in it. So she ain't gave up no money yet. So she hasn't lost, she says. She has confidence in her legal team. I guess she feels like she can win. Andrew Gillum. I'm just going through the list, people. Look what I heard. Andrew Gillum. She said the white boys was calling her and said, girl, he been fucking us. And she, I guess the tea there would be, she's saying that because Andrew only copped to the alcohol, right? He said he had nothing to do with the crystal meth. Generally speaking, people who have sex with crystal meth, generally they both do it. You know, that's what kind of, I mean, it's kind of the way they do it, usually both people. But I've heard of people, one person doing one thing, one person doing another thing. It happens. But seems to be accusing him of actually using crystal meth, and it wasn't the first time. And according to the white boys in his community, Florida, apparently he'd been fucking them. Her words, not mine. So we kind of knew. Now, I think we kind of accept that Andrew Gillum is bisexual. He came out a week or so ago and told, I never did watch the rest of that. I mean, it's available now. That story with Tamron Hall. But I did watch the part where he said that he is bisexual. So he's always had a sex life kind of thing. But he distinctly denied the part about the crystal meth. So she's saying that her sources were telling her that no, he does do crystal meth and he's done it with us and he's fucked us. All right. Then we drifted back into this Jason Lee thing. Jason Lee. Now she said that Jason Lee wears a lace front. It would never occur to me that the man wears a lace front. Does he wear a wig? I don't know. She dropping and she's saying he's got this kind of nasty, but she's saying he's got all kind of pads he got to wear. His booty hole's all stretched out and all of that. I don't know why she would know the width of that man's booty hole, but it was clear that they are not friends. She don't believe he has any talent. Although who could call that? He's got a successful business. She got a successful business. They're all doing the same thing basically, and they are competitors in celebrity gossip, right? So that's kind of where I got with that. There was a second part. Abruptly, the first video ended, and then they have a second part. So if you guys just want to hear them talk for a while, I think it's interesting to watch. How y'all doing today? I gotta pull up that Fred Hammond when he does that in his song. What song is it? I believe it. Don't let me start. Okay. Hey, Mr. Sudi. How are you doing today? Oh, Lord have mercy. Candace did nothing wrong to Tasha. Okay. Tiffany Black. Okay, I'm just reporting what I just heard a little bit ago. Tiffany Black says Candace did nothing wrong to Tasha. Don't lie like that. Wait a minute. Now, I didn't say that. I'm not saying that she did lie. I just said that they don't get along. She don't like her, and she thinks she steals her stories. Well, we all cover the same stuff. If you're doing celebrity news, they're all doing the same thing. They go over there to the various celebrity bloggers, and they all report on the same stuff. If something happened this morning with, let's say somebody dead, Michael Jackson. If something happened with Michael Jackson this morning, by the afternoon, they're all talking about the same thing. So I don't know that I'm lying there, Miss Tiffany. Tasha didn't win the case, is still going. but Tasha did admit to lying about Cardi B. Tasha admit to lying about Cardi B. I don't know. She was calling them all kind of stripper hoes and all that kind of stuff. I can talk more freely about this stuff if I watch. Oh, I'm buffering. I'm sorry. If I watch them. But it was clear that she doesn't like the woman. They don't get along. That's what's going on. That's their beef. Whatever her reasons are, they always, no matter who they are, if they're vloggers and they're beefing, one says the other one has no talent. Same thing in show business. That's just what they do. They want to hurt. So they figure if this is how you're making your living, this is your job, then I want to come for that thing. So that's why she said that. Nobody taking anything to heart. I'm sure she has choice word. The other woman has choice words for her too. I'm buffering too. What am I buffering for? My telephone was. Where's my phone at? My phone was buffering like crazy today. You guys who have Android phones, do you know how to, is there a way to like on your computer, you can empty your trash, right? And clear up space on your computer. Is that possible on the phone as well? Because my phone is buffering. I mean, I can't even get to 2 minutes worth of video. So it must be something in the air, honey, with these towers or something. Or something with YouTube. But yes, I feel you with that buffer. It makes me crazy. It makes me nuts. Okay, I thought it was my phone. Oh, you're buffering too? Okay, well, it wasn't just mine today then. I was tripping. I mean, I couldn't go a few steps. I'm tapping the damn thing, turning it on, turning it off. They say that's the signal. So I don't know. You are not buffering? Okay. Maybe some places are. My phone was definitely buffering though. You're trolling. A lot of people say that, oh, that means they're flagging. They're flagging. I don't think it's true. I think it's more of the systems. Go to your settings. Okay. Okay, Keisha Payne. Can I do it live? You know, I'm half crazy. I probably can't do nothing live, honey. Y'all be stuck here looking at me trying to fix a phone. Stop looking at my ass. I hear you whispering, you're saying, Timothy Blaine, if we won't look at somebody's ass, we don't think it's gonna be no 50-year-old black man living in San Francisco, honey. Let me go. We only gonna try for 1 second here. I ain't gonna burden you with this. This ain't gonna work. See, I can't even find my settings. It shows you how. Okay, we'll do that later. It doesn't buffer every day though. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And my phone is new. I mean, it's only a few months old. Sometimes it's Google, and sometimes it's your area. Used to be that on YouTube that if a lot of people were using it, like we're on Corona now, so a lot of people are at home, a lot of people using the computer. If it gets overrun, then it would be very busy. It would start buffering, but not lately. Okay, Metro P. Who saw my Metro PCS? I ain't saying my Metro PCS. I love my Metro. Metro PCS. That's a Metro phone. I mean, they're all the same, aren't they? I don't know why I should pay anymore. I know I have good credit now because I ain't used it in 20 years. But right before I got busted the last time, I had a Sprint phone, right? That's when phones were just becoming popular. So what was that then? Yeah, it must have been close to 20 years ago. Anyway, before that, we all had pagers, right? But I had gotten this cell phone, and then when the cops came and took me, the phone was in the apartment. So as soon as I get arrested, they always raided my room, right? All the people live in the building. I ain't coming back, so what the hell? Why not? And the cops, with their mean asses, they would leave the doors open so people can come in there and take all your shit. So somebody got the phone and ran up something like $600 on the damn cell phone. The phone was practically new, and it wasn't. Everybody didn't have cell phones at that time. $600. So when I got out, I told him, listen, I was kind of still squeamish, embarrassed to say, I don't want to say I just got out of prison, but basically I haven't used this phone, lady. Somebody stole it. Oh, you didn't report it to now? Oh, so according to Sprint, even though they can't report a bad credit thing for over 7 years, they still have that record. And somehow they try to use it, they still use it against me. They definitely use it against me when I try to get a Sprint phone. Oh, you owe us money. You owe us $600. And then they get nasty and mean too. The little operators, when they feel like you owe money. Oh, whatever. But yep, I guess they're still sitting on record some damn where they're not supposed to hold it past 7 years. Anyway, Metro, you just pay as you go, you know. Who said Boost Mobile? No, Boost Mobile. That's where I went. No, I went to, what's the other one? T-Mobile. I went to T-Mobile and I was going to buy a phone there. And they said, oh no, you owe money to Sprint. I said, ain't this a bitch? That's been damn near 20 years ago. And I told you the phone was stolen. Oh, you got to deal with that with them. Oh, you got to clear those accounts. Isn't this illegal? The rule's supposed to be 7 years. Anyway, so I ended up just going down and get me another Metro. Okay, yeah, that's what I kind of think behind the throne. All right, there's got to be a way to empty the files there, right? All right, especially if you have video stuff on there. I can figure it out. I just haven't done it. Ain't that big a deal. Yep. Them operators. And the one when I went to T-Mobile, he was so nice, showing me all of the features and all this kind of stuff. And then as soon as he said, oh, you owe Sprint money, turned on me just like that. Oh, I got other things to do. Oh, yeah, go take it down. Go to Metro, which they're the same company. They get nasty, snappy. Oh, you ain't perfect. Oh, let me see your records, punk. And Sprint, they were way overpriced any damn way. I ain't missed nothing. My Metro phone works just as good as my Sprint phone. I don't see no difference, except for Sprint was over $100 by the time they got through with you. Hey, Miss Tracy. Oh, you got that Mr. Bradley over there really upset. I don't know what you did to him. You did something to piss him off today. Emerging companies. Yes. T-Mobile is part of is Sprint also. I think Sprint merged with T-Mobile. T-Mobile merged with Metro PCS for sure. Are they going to become a big conglomerate? I don't know. I don't see no reason to pay more than $50 for a cell phone, though. I mean, I have other bills. You know what I mean? They all got cameras. They all got video. Right? It ain't like I'm somebody who's calling overseas or anything. And I got unlimited, so I can watch YouTube on there all day and night, and the music, everything else. So I don't see what the big difference is. People like to brag if they got an iPhone. I said, well, girl, all I ever use on this phone is just a dial number. I mean, I don't even know the stuff is on here. It's just not, maybe because I'm old. I don't know. Excuse me, people. I want to let my baby out the bathroom. He was going nuts because the kids are out there skateboarding. Stop looking at my ass. Why don't you get pants that fit then? And we don't have to worry about it. Okay, Squeenie. Come on. Get your bum out here. Come on, you ding ding. Come here. Let me take it off you. The subscribers say take it off. You don't need that hot thing on. I think you guys are right. I do take advice if it's good advice. I think he does like having that thing off because it's too hot. It's muggy. Still, the weather is better. I got my money back too. Shanice Franklin, you got your money back from who? From that girl? Okay. That girl or the phone company? Buffering here on laptop. I don't know if I can do it. I don't think I can do anything about it, brother. It's not buffering here. Not right now. I was watching that Tasha K interview, and it was buffering like crazy. I was trying to take notes from it too. Hey, hi, Nikki. Miss Motown here too. I see Nikki. Mr. 42. Where's that now? Now I lost my space. Sprint will hold you for life. Yeah, I think they might be breaking the law there with Sprint. Because any bills you have, if you get your credit card, if you file bankruptcy even, I think there's only a certain amount of years they can hold that against you. I mean, we're going back a long, long time when last time I went to jail. Them people must have been calling up a storm too. Ran up $600 on the phone. I said, how the fuck you let a phone bill get that high? Shouldn't it have been cut off by then? Shouldn't it be making payments? They might have did it all in 1 month. I don't know. Yeah, I like Metro. You could even get you a Metro iPhone if you just want. But I'm not out there where people are looking at what kind of phone I have. You know, it's a prestigious thing, I think, more than anything else. But my Metro is just fine. Okay, so I passed there. Okay, y'all. Y'all gonna watch that interview? I remember when who was that woman thing called me unkept yesterday. She don't like my afro. Y'all remember when the last time I watched Larry Reid interviewing one of these vloggers, it was Armand Wiggins, right? I remember, like I said, I don't watch the guys, but I remember that interview, and he said, "Larry, you're not gay? I thought you was gay." I said, "Girl, one thing is sure, your ass sure is." You're not gay. No, I'm not. Yeah, I like Larry Reid. He's an all right guy. T-Mobile owns Sprint now. Okay, so they own Metro, PCS, and Sprint. They're going to get so big, they got to break them up again. I mean, why give Sprint, $90 a month if you can give Metro $50 a month and you get the exact same service? Only thing about Metro is it's not good for being on the subway or something. You can't go on the ground with no Metro phone and get any kind of reception. That's the only difference I see. And most phones won't do that anyway. Fine on phones, but on TV is buffering. Y'all want me to empty my trash? But it's not buffering here. Yeah, keep your trash. Oh, well, 23,000 megabytes. I remember when one of my computers had messed up, so I called the tech, and she said, "Did you empty your trash today?" I said, "What that is?" Your trash. She said, "How long you had your computer?" I said, "About 3 years." You never emptied your trash? She said, "Okay, I'll come back." Just put her phone down. Because I didn't even know what empty the trash was. So it has 100 million or something like that on there. You're supposed to empty it once a week or so, I think. Are we buffering? Are you buffering, Tracy? Yeah, remember, we're all on different cities too. So you have different towers. And oh my God, a fog came in. Be quiet, boy. Yeah, it depends on where you're at. I used to always think it was YouTube, but it's not necessarily so either. It's more about how many people are using your local towers. This is buffering bad. What the hell? What city you live in, Ty M? Yeah. I guess it depends on what city you're in. Does it buffer when if you catch the replay though? Probably not. Remember, everybody's at home right now, so I mean, there's high volume in every city. Look at that damn bathroom all lit up like that. Oh, there you go. Sex itself. All three same band together now. Tanya, they need it sometimes. Okay. Tracy, what the hell you do to Bradley? He is hot with you. They're gonna send her ass to jail. Right. Yeah, there's always going to be a certain amount. I mean, those vlogger people, they all doing the same thing. I mean, at least Jason Lee, and then Tasha K, and Lovely T, and this other girl Candace, who I'm not familiar with, but they're all doing the same thing. So it's going to be a certain amount of competition there. But I don't think you got to go in and saying that people are not funny. They need to do something else. You can expect a certain amount of that, I guess. I don't feel competitive with people at all. Metro, and I never lose service. They just noisy. Metro is noisy. It works fine for me, honey. I don't use the phone that much, and I'm not no phone talker either. I got one friend, the guy who's the moderator on here, Gamage, who I call every day, but that's the only one. I don't even call my own family every day. I don't talk on the phone a long time, honey. Mostly I use my cell phone. Okay, I'm almost at your house. Come outside or something like that, you know. But no, I know you ladies can get on that phone for hours, honey. I do remember living in a house full of women. Now, you fall in love with somebody. I do remember that, though. When I got with my partner, we would stay up all night talking. If we weren't in person, then we were on the phone. But I ain't been in love in a whole lot of years. I had to think back in 2 seconds. Primo wonder my mother gave hers to a church member, and I was still paying. Oh, Primo, I'm sorry. Behind the throne. She said her mama gave hers to a church member, and she was still paying the bill. You thought your mama was using the phone and it was Miss Ruby? Okay. I guess some of them can have several phones on the same bill. Like families do that, you know, with the kids and all that. Mm-hmm. That's what your service is bad. That's why your service is bad. They don't use the internet. They be living over there in Pennsylvania with the Amish. Yeah, but everybody in Pennsylvania is not Amish, are they? Let's go back here and see if I missed anybody. Yeah, the most streets seem a little quieter today. Tasha K is too competitive to have friends doing similar things to what she. Yeah, I do think a lot of it is Tasha K. She is competitive because it can be a coincidence that you are beefing with everybody, you know, with any numbers, any significant numbers, any of the black people who are significant numbers. You're beefing with all of them. You kind of say you might. And another thing about Tasha K is she likes to break stories, which I think is not necessarily a good thing. Because when you break a story, then you are responsible for the story, right? So no matter how many people report on the story, it's like Larry Reid always gives this disclaimer We only discuss stories that have already been broken. I think him and Jives got into it one time because he wanted him to break the story so I can talk about it. But she likes to break the story. So anytime you're breaking the story, then that's who they're going to come after, the person who dropped the T. That can be very problematic. I don't know if it's worth it. Why not just wait a day and just get the story like everybody else? Well, they could accuse somebody of liable. They're going to be accusing the person who broke the story or who dropped the story. And how can you be sure that the information you're getting is truthful? You got to vet that very, very carefully, very thoroughly. Yeah. And I don't really necessarily like all this thing about ruining people. Like even with these pastors, I have some contempt for, greedy pastors, put it like that. And people who are hypocrites. I don't like that. But even them, when they get caught with their draws down and all that, I don't know that that's necessarily something that you have to go in there and ruin that whole family. Break that family up, break that church up. Because I never thought they was holy. No matter what they said, I have never thought these preachers and these pastors was holy people. They've mastered reading from a book. So, sure, you expect them to be moral and so forth. But these men with all this money and all this power, it don't surprise me. Thing is, the white people in the old movies used to say he had a discretion. A discretion. A discretion implies that no, it's not that it wasn't that he had sex with another woman. It was that he got caught. He was indiscreet. He embarrassed me. People found out about it. That's why I'm divorcing his ass. I mean, I think we all ideally would like to have monogamous relationships forever. But these people have been married for 20, 30, 40 years. And you think he's never tipped out on you? I don't know. I don't know if that's a reason, though, to ruin that person's ministry. Saying Creflo took it for 4 hours. Now, come on now. That is a long time. But I'll tell you this for sure. It's not a long time on crystal meth. It is standard. So they ain't accused Creflo of being on drugs. At least I didn't hear that part. I don't know where he gets his energy. Did I have a horrible face? I have to look at the replay. Device, okay. Yeah, I'll come back and get you on the replay there, Jay. Go to settings, device, maintenance, optimize, and oh, that sounds perfect. Okay, I'll definitely do that. After I get off here, it takes us about an hour before we can get the replay, but or at least the comments. Thank you for that. Mr. Sudi, what I think is laughable is the people buying those expensive phones, but they still have hot breath. Well, why would the phone Sprint like mouthwash in today's mouth? I think it's fine to have young people have iPhones. It's a prestigious type thing. It's like the difference between the Timex and a Rolex, you know. But I just don't think I would use any of the things in the phone. All I use it for is make a phone call or watch YouTube on. That's it. So I don't need a whole lot of other stuff. I mean, people, when I used to volunteer at this coffee shop, people come in and they tap the phone with their to get their drink, and they're doing this, and then they're doing all the notes on the phone, and they're writing on the phone, and they got all these. They're using it. If you're using it, if you're a busy person, then sure, have yourself a fancy phone. But these things can do just about it. I mean, they can do quite a bit. More than I would ever use. Metro iPhone here is $800. Oh my God, I thought they were cheap. Metro iPhone here is $800. I don't know where you live at behind the throne. That's a lot of money. I thought they were like $250 or something like that. But maybe they have more than one. It used to be you couldn't get it with Metro. People would buy these stolen iPhones and they can switch it over to Metro. Oh no, honey. iPhone people figured it out, right? But now you can get them. Now they have it in Metro. They can have it in, I guess all of them. You can have a version of iPhone now. If she don't like, okay. Did I speak to you already, Miss Motown? I hope I did. Hi. Thanks for coming. You and Nikki are here, right? Let me see. Thanks for coming, you guys. Okay, where's that time you need to get it sometimes? Okay. You better not be buffering with this. Cox plan. So the better phone you have, the less you have a buffering. Does the iPhone buffer less than a what do you call them? Galaxy or whatever? What is it? If it's not an iPhone, it's what other kind is it? Android. Does the iPhone does it buffer less than they? I just said the word, girl. I'm leaving that alone. Yay, Tracy! Why are you so happy? It's not buffering. Okay. I'm with Metro and I never lose service. I'm keeping my Metro phone, honey. I ain't never paying no more than $50. $50, you get it for cheaper than that, but $50 you get unlimited. Because it used to be, because I use YouTube so much, I wouldn't necessarily make videos there, but I would listen to them. That I would always run out of space, right? But then I paid $10 more, and now it's unlimited. Why pay more than $50? There's one guy I know. He pays like his phone bill's like $130. I said, who the fuck are you calling? There's the iPhone. So who knows what other services he has in there? I ain't paying all that for no phone. If I'm some business person and I'm using all these different things, and I'm really using the phone, that's different. And I guess those people probably write it off to business anyway. You would never give Stanky money. Okay, Candy. Shanice Franklin. Don't give the people your money. You see how hard it is to get back. That's bad business, though. It's just bad business. If I go to a store and they treat me badly and won't accept something I'm returning, whatever, I'll never go back in there again. Any business. I go to a restaurant, they treat me like shit. I ain't never going back in there again. It's only good business to take care of. You have to have some kind of customer service. It's a penalty amount considering what she makes. So why are you trying to duck and dodge? It means you're a scammer. You're a scammer. I bet you Donald Trump tried to beat your ass out of $300 too. Didn't the people that he ripped off, all them people with the Trump steaks and the Trump schools, they all got to go to court? Got to go to court. Can I get my $200? No, you got to sue me. Bad business. Now you got all these people knowing that it's a risk messing with you in any kind of financial way. Is that worth it? What are they? Take a shot every time. Buffer. Ooh, they'd be drunk if they did that, Lincoln. Take a shot every time it buffers. A shot of booze. Oh my goodness. Y'all be drunk as skunk. Larry Reid told that girl, oh, you had quite a bit of wine. She gonna show in the bottle. No, it's right here. Look, see, it's right here, right? Oh, only people doing that kind of thing are people who have been known to have drinking issues. Why are you trying to prove how much you drank, honey? I'm talking about Larry. Okay, Franklin. I did too, though. I can't follow y'all conversations. I don't care for Tasha K. She's too negative and seems to take joy in mocking others. Okay, Roxbury, I want to read that out loud. I don't care for Tasha K. She's too negative and seems to take joy on mocking others. Meanwhile, she is one of the she has one of the ugliest husbands to ever draw. He's ugly? She said he was youthful looking. He looked like a young guy. I didn't know he was ugly. Oh, no, honey. Well, I guess it's just like beauty, you know. Ugly and beautiful are all in the eyes of the beholder. Maybe I wish she'd do something else with her head. I just don't want to comment on other people's hair. It is natural hair. I mean, you know, but I even if it's real short, like she wears it, if it was all over her head, maybe. I ain't with all this, the way she does it. Sometimes it just sticks straight up. But I ain't one to judge. Or a missing side view mirror. I can't follow your conversation. I have spent and I lose service on the train. Yeah, on the train. Okay. Particularly if you're on the subway because you're going underground. You got all that concrete over you, you know. But I see people when I'm on the subway, when the subways were running, I see them all on their iPhones. Unless they're just using other things like their contacts and things. I see people that are talking there all the time. Sometimes I wish they just shut up. Don't you hate it when you're on some kind of public transportation and somebody's screaming into the damn phone? Say, girl, put on your headphones or something. Teresa, you're just communicating with emojis tonight? Okay, here it is good. Okay. I can see Uncle Tim really good. Okay. Mr. Sudi, you just said where what part of this country you're in, right? You're in Philadelphia or somewhere like that? East Coast? Yeah, I ain't got no buffer on this computer at all. Nothing. See, I wouldn't give Sprint $1. I wouldn't give a goddamn if they gave me the phone for free. Never. The way them people treated me, and I had the right. I mean, I had the perfect excuse. I mean, how would you get a phone bill up to $600? It should have been something like $60 or something like that. I would never buy anything from Sprint. A smartphone, people wonder, aren't they all smart now? Are these things considered smartphones now? I mean, they have stuff on there, but they're not. It's not like an iPhone or something. So, but I think even these are considered smartphones. But no, because they got smart TVs now where the computer is built into the TV. I don't do it. All I paid was $35 for a cord to go from my computer to my television. I don't need it to be a smart TV, really. I kind of wish this one would break or tear up or something so I can get another one. But I'm not going to put a perfectly working TV out just so I can get another one. That's crazy as hell to me. $28 per month. We have Simple Talk with a run under Sprint. The monthly cost is $28 a month. Oh, that's good. Oh, she still has a flip where it is kind of going back. But probably all the ladies in her church have flips as well. Oh, I'm way back. Mr. Sudi said that a long time ago, Pennsylvania. I lost my way. Let me speed up a little bit here. Tackhead nurse. How you doing, tackhead nurse, with that big afro? That ain't no tackhead. I got to try to figure that one out. It's a pandemic, and you want the TV to break to get another? Oh, I guess those will be luxury problems. Well, my mama bought me this TV. When her husband passed away, she got some money. She sent all her kids a bunch of money to buy something. I bought that TV. But that's been like 13 years ago. Still works. Can't get rid of it until it breaks, honey. Use it until it breaks. And they're so cheap now. I mean, you can get a great big old 65-inch TV now, like $400. But if I knew someone who needed a TV or something like that, I would just give it to them. I'm good, sir. Thanks for asking. Why you call yourself tackhead? Is that good or bad? Tackhead nurse. I remember that word. Do we used to use tackhead for something? That's just your humor. Okay, I got you. Thank you for your service. A real nurse. We sure enough appreciate y'all. Restarted phones and it still buffers. I even watched over other videos that didn't buffer. The only solution was to take it out of live by dragging the red line. Okay. Well, you can always just catch this on replay and just go to other channels. Sometimes some channels are buffering. Like if a lot of people are watching one channel and you go to other videos and they're smooth, you know. We won't hold it against you. Andrew Caldwell called me a tackhead. Well, at least he didn't call you an oatmeal pie face. Listen here, oatmeal pie face. Oatmeal. Oh, he was a mess. Andrew Caldwell called me a tackhead. So I call myself a tackhead nurse. You need to nurse on him, honey. He could use some help. We haven't seen Andrew in the news this week. I guess that's something. But he only makes the news when when somebody catches it on their phone. Most people are not have their phone out watching no damn Andrew Caldwell. Andrew is a mess. I love him. You got to love those comments. Cam with his voice. Andrew Caldwell still perform. He can't sing, can he? Oh, no, he can't sing. No. What's that song he always talking about? I stayed prayed up that get me bound. No, that ain't singing, honey. He sings like me. Me and Andrew. We get one more. Let's get William Caldwell. I mean, James, what's that boy's name? William McCrae. We can get a singing group. You have to be a lifelong fool. I guess he figured out a way to make a living out of it, honey. Because he used to be, they would catch him. Remember when they called him at the Burger King or the Chick-fil-A? So he was claiming to be a millionaire and got, all these Mercedes-Benz and all that. He's working at Chick-fil-A. Then he was working at Target. I guess he kept getting fired from his jobs because people would know who he was, right? But at some point, apparently, Andrew started making money from this stuff. He ain't too ashamed to show you $100 bills and all that. New cars, which are probably rented, but he figured out a way to cash in on this craziness. He can't. He's the tackhead. And he stole oatmeal pie face from Phaedra Park. Oh, Phaedra Park said oatmeal pie face. He's a big fan of hers. What else Andrew to do with Ernest keep out? If he's only working in fast food restaurants, honey, I guess he figured why not? I'll just go play a celebrity. He was kind of funny in that little play he did, though. I thought that was really funny. And that play he did in Atlanta, all he was doing is coming out there being himself, and they were all making fun of him. They were all laughing at him, but he's a laughable guy, so you can cash in on it. Why not? But he got to do something about his violence and his arrogance. I don't think I ever want to get into it with Andrew. He ain't met the right one yet. The one guy in the hotel room almost came for him, you know. Okay, Andrew lives in a senior citizen. He lives in a senior citizen home. Okay, it doesn't surprise me he would live in some kind of supported living. He always shows the living room with the chandelier in there, and he looked like some stuff that he's bought, because it's all similar kind of stuff, kind of thing. But that could just be him buying it for the house, or that could be his room, whatever. I mean, I don't know. All we know is that for whatever reason, we're still talking about Andrew, you know, 3 years later. Shaped like a potato. Oh, Taki, you don't like him. Why did you let him give you a name if you don't like him? Shaped like a potato. I hate when the people have that kind of body and they pull their pants way up and the belt be across the stomach. And then he got them all up in his booty, because no matter how straight he says he is, he's still dressed like a queen, right? He owes Cardell Stewart $3 million. At one point, he said Cardell came for him too, froze them checks. So we don't know. We only know what they tell us, honey. But apparently, he said one time he came on here, gave us some big story about how Cardell Stewart had come and taken a $3,000-4,000 out of his bank account. Okay, Miss Mahogany. I know that someone went to one of his jobs and started a fight with him just cause. They took that video down. Yeah, he gets trouble like that all the time. He had those girls that he was fighting with at the, what was it, Target? People would come up to him and slap the shit out of him. They had all kind of, Andrew was constantly getting in skirmishes and things. People challenging, people got mad because he didn't pay Cardell. Get Cardell his money. Oh, what was that for? Then he would get into this thing where he would get all these bills, his money, right? Open the trunk to the Mercedes, just throw all the money out there, you know. Now, everybody at home has a computer or a cell phone is looking at this fool out here in the middle of the parking lot with all this money in his trunk. He's lucky he didn't lose his life. He wants to go to Atlanta so bad. Mr. T.S. Madison almost hemmed him up in Atlanta, talking shit about Mother Mary, honey. She said, when I see you, that's how I'm going to introduce myself. I'm going to come up and slap the shit out of you. Andrew. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Miss T.S. I wonder if Andrew was a transgender. I mean, obviously he said he was gay, no gay no more, and all that kind of stuff, but he seems to be a little more than just gay. Like his mannerism is so extreme. I wonder if he wore women's clothes before, because he said I won't carry a purse. I would not put on makeup. So he was doing all those kind of things. But a lot of gay boys do that kind of stuff too. But he seemed more like a transgender person to me than just a regular gay person. Well, whatever regular is. Yeah, he came in running his mouth. He came to town And TS said she gonna slap the shit out of him. And he apologized. A lawsuit. I'm gonna lawsuit your ass. I'm putting it on paper. That's what he said. A gag order and on paper. That's what he said. Shake your shimmy. Who's shaking that shimmy, Gamage Carter? Ain't nobody shaking no shimmies around here. Y'all say hello, Gamage Carter. I guess you got off work. Have you shown your butt tonight? Yeah, I showed it. You didn't see it. I always pull my blouse down now. People, they'll come to you and say, "Oh, you got to go edit your video. Your ass crack showing." Excuse me. How you know somebody didn't like seeing that? Shaking my shimmy. You don't want to take TS to get on that, boy. I told you, Andrew. Pow, I told you, boy. Oh, mama. Oh, Lord. They're going to see. Oh, all right, Carter. You're getting a little personal, don't you think? The fuck you mean? Carter, I guess he thinks this is cute. They're going to see that tattoo one day. How the hell did you see it? See, that tell you when people been looking up under your clothes, honey. Plumber's crack. Y'all guys y'all make it to 62, then we'll be judging each other's cracks. Crack is whack. You're right. Crack is whack. But then y'all got y'all little boyfriends and things got their pants all the way damn near down to their knees. I've been seeing these boys. I mean, damn, don't you want to smoke a cigarette or do something with your other hand? They got to hold their pants up while they're walking down because the pants are just hanging free flow. And they got to be like little kids' pants because they're not dragging on the ground, right? That means the pants are short, like catching butt right up under their butt. And y'all don't want me to show a little crack. Y'all something else. Did you saw your 55th president, 45th president talking about he's going to Lord, they got to stop listening to him. Stop broadcasting his bullshit. All that shit is the distraction, people. He don't want to talk about the issues. He get throwing out all these damn red herrings. And then he'll take over the news cycle for another 3 days. We'll all talk about how he's going to have to be drugged out the White House, how the Army's going to have to choose between him. He's going. Whenever, what is it, 22nd of January, that ass is either he's won or his ass is out. There'll be military. They're waiting to take him out. Trump is known for all this. He's a diversionary president. He comes out, throws out all these diversions. We talking about all this kind of shit. No, we want to talk about 200,000 people dying every day. I mean, 202,000 people who have died so far. Highest in the damn world. And I can't believe that, man. And then when he comes up, he has to say that he's doing a good job. I mean, every time you mention anything that's happened, he's always got to spin it like, oh, but I'm doing a great job. Best job in the world. Oh, we could have been at 2 million. God damn, Trump. I mean, do you even listen to yourself? Oh, he's so frustrating. And then to sit up and say he's going to take over our government and then he won't give it back if you lose. Already talking about everything's a fraud. All this fraud talking, you the biggest fraud. You the only fraud on record. He probably had more. He's had more fraud cases, I would bet, than anybody who's ever lived in that White House. But of course, everybody else is fraud. They're all liars. You're the biggest liar in history. The biggest public liar that ever recorded in history. So that's what he accuses you of. Lord, get my blood pressure back down again. He needs Previn. No, I don't take that shit. I'm just on the edge. Nurse, are you a nurse too? You need to talk about. Second stimulus would be nice. But I started taking that Prevagen. It's been it hasn't been too bad today. But man, that stuff makes me dizzy. It makes me my mouth all dry, so I keep drinking. I still don't remember names that I just said 10 minutes ago. So I don't know about that Prevagen, honey. I said I would give it 90 days, but I don't know. I might stop after this second dose runs out, the second month. But I remember when they used to switch me on HIV drugs. You know, we had to come to where we are now. But for all these years, we've had to change HIV drugs. And every time I changed drugs, it would take like a month, sometimes 6 weeks before my body adjusted to the new drugs, right? So I'm thinking maybe this is what's going on with Prevagen. Maybe I won't be having any side effects indefinitely, but that's how it is when you first start it. It's giving me headaches and all kinds of stuff. I don't know, but I want to get it out of the way. I want to at least try it so I'll know if it works or not. Everything claims to be the best, right? Folks are quick to worship a dictator who digs it. Oh my God. Are we going to allow a dictator in this country, especially somebody like Donald Trump? Can you imagine the way he goes up there and talks? Y'all see him at the United Nations? The way he talks shit about China. Like, I mean, he's so anxious to blame somebody else for this disease. Got to call it the China virus and all that. What if this food led us into a war with people? Can you imagine? What would be our chances? This is a clown in the White House. He won't admit that he's a clown and step out the way so somebody could do their jobs. It's going to take them at least a couple years just to get it back to where it was. Nobody believes anything. Everything's fake this, fake that, and he's the only one fake. Anyway, people, I ain't get my blood pressure up. I'm going to watch me another episode of Columbo. Thank you, subscribers. Y'all told me that I could be watching Columbo on Amazon Prime, and I can watch every episode. I ain't got to watch it on YouTube and get it all blurry and all that stuff. YouTube only puts out, I think, 8 or 9 episodes, but on Amazon Prime, you can watch all the episodes, and not only with Columbo, but several other shows. But I'm watching Columbo right now, and I'm through about three seasons. So that's what I'm going to do. Thank you guys for coming in. Y'all go over there and check out Larry Reid's interview. I think you'll find it interesting just for scuttle about how this thing works. The girl certainly knows the game. All right. So thanks for coming in, guys. Have a good night. Later.